All right, I think we are on, and Robert is down, I think.
All right. I might just have to hold it. That's okay. All right. And we're
All right,
on?
we're on. So go ahead and take it away, brother.
Excellent. All right. Well, hello, everybody. I actually made it tonight. Sorry for missing you last night, but Alex pulled through well with those miniatures. I know you're all jealous that he has them. I am. Hope everybody's still enjoying their quarantine as much as the rest of us aren't. And Alex, you have a pretty good day today?
Very good day. It was a busy day. I was kind of joking with Robert before we started here. Is um, getting a lot of the honeydew items around the house done, stuff that should have been done 5 years ago when we moved in. But, it's taken 5 years in the quarantine to get me off my butt to do some of this stuff. But all in all, it's very good. Got a bunch of minutes from the lodge archived. Got them PDF searchable, which is just amazing. And got a bunch done around the house as well. So no complaints here, but I am pooped, man. I'll tell you that much. How about your day, brother? How'd it go?
My day was pretty good, and I've actually been doing a little bit of scanning myself. For those out there who aren't already aware, Historical Light already has some of the early proceedings for the Grand Lodge of Texas and the Grand Lodge of Kansas available on its website, digitally searchable. And we've just scanned in a few more from the 1870s and 1880s for the Grand Lodge of Texas that will be searchable as well. So that stuff's all free to use, freely available. The Grand Lodge of Texas in those early years had proceedings for each year that were hundreds and hundreds of pages long. So really worth going through. You get a full account of everything that happened in Masonry that year.
Yeah, very, very cool stuff. So right now I know we've got Kansas on there up except for the last, I think, 10 years or so, just for, privacy and security reasons. Those are available to Kansas members if you log in through the Grand Lodge website. But publicly, we have everything up to that point. We've got a few on there from Texas. Robert sent me those ones he was just talking about. We'll have those up there hopefully tomorrow. I think we got some on there from Louisiana and maybe a few others, even some other publications out there, random stuff. So, hey, if you guys want to add to that, let us know. We're always looking to get more added there so we can, aid in people's research and keep promoting history, man. That's what we're all about, right?
That's right. Hey, Alex, what time is it?
I've got 8:49 on the clock. What are you toasting with tonight, brother?
I have a drinking glass from the Blue Owl Brewing Company in Austin. They make only sour beers, and this one was a gift from Byron Webster, an officer at Austin Lodge 12. And for the drink, I've got let's see here, a Texas wheated bourbon from Balcones Distillery, one of the more popular distilleries in the United States these days. And it is a 51% blue corn, 31% Texas red winter wheat, and 18% golden promise malted barley bourbon. And it's absolutely delicious. There you go. You can see it now.
Oh, that's nice. Definitely not the cheap stuff. Look at that.
Yeah, no, this is the good stuff.
Going high quality. Well, I am toasting with that Powers whiskey once again. But I've got a new glass this night for the toast. This is actually from MasoniCon 2018 up in Attleboro, Mass. This is the last one I was personally able to attend. And I wanted to toast with this tonight because, as many of you know, MasoniCon was right around the corner. And I was going up there this year. Everything's planned. But unfortunately, we just got word it does have to be postponed, just as everything. But not to worry. They've got a good plan in place. They've already got a date in mind. So it's still going to happen, as everything's just going to be postponed a bit. But, I was telling Brian and them up there, I thought it was going to be fantastic because, especially with all we're dealing with right now, soon as this is over, that's going to be that huge event where everyone's able to just kind of decompress and come together. It's going to be fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I can't wait to see all of my mass brethren up there. So it's going to be awesome.
Heck yeah, I was sad to hear they had to cancel that. I know that's usually a really
Yeah.
big and fun event.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic one, man. I was so bummed out I had to miss it last year due to Angelo's passing away.
Yeah.
But yeah, was totally stoked to get up there this year, and just, unfortunately, it's one of those things. No one saw this coming for real, so is what it is. But it's still going to come, still going to happen. It's going to be fantastic. I got no doubt about that.
Agreed. Another one coming up right after this whole thing hopefully ends will be the Texas Masonicon that's been happening in Fort Worth for a few years now. That's usually midsummer, so hopefully this whole thing's gone in time for that one as well.
I've heard very good things. I haven't personally been able to make it down there yet, but it's on my list to do. I've heard very, very good things. Hey, it looks like we got brother Mark from Nebraska. Hey, brothers, all from Nebraska.
Hey, Mark. And that's good timing, because I think the last time I saw Mark in person was actually at Texas Masonicon last year.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark and Bill from Nebraska. There's some travelers, man. They get around. They do.
Traveling man.
That's right. We've also got most worshipful brother Borum in the house. Thank you for joining us again, brother.
Greetings, Grandmaster Borum. I really liked that toast he posted yesterday.
Oh, that was epic, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Very good stuff. Also got brother Steven and brother Scott, and my wife's on here. Hey, babe.
Yvette, cheers. I mentioned the things I'm toasting with. I didn't mention what I'm wearing here. I don't know how well you can see it, but this is the emblem of the Order of the Cheesy Triangle. And I guess Justin Duty, if he happens to catch this, he'll recognize it, and literally no one else in the world will. But there you go.
Fantastic. So what you got to share with us this evening, my brother?
This evening, I have a very special item. It pertains to a man whose name was Hiram Grandberry. And Hiram Grandberry was a Chief Justice of McLennan County in Central Texas in the 1850s. He owned one of the first newspapers in Central Texas. He was an interesting guy for a lot of reasons. And when the Civil War started, like a lot of men in America at that time, he joined an army and went to war. He ended up becoming a general. And in 1864, he was at the very famous Battle of Franklin that we spoke to Brother Patrick Craddock just the other night about during our off film session, or for the full episode, I should say, that'll be coming out for Historical Eye. Hiram Granbury, I should point out the city of Granbury near Fort Worth is named after him. And it's interesting because he changed the spelling of his last name, and later on his sister went on the record as saying she had no idea why he changed the spelling of his last name. So he was the only one in his family who spelled it the way he did, and the city went with his version of the spelling instead of his sister's. But at the Battle of Franklin, right before the battle, or really I guess as it was going, he gave a rather rousing speech and finished with, "Forward, men, never let it be said that Texans lag in the fight." It inspired his men in the heat of a battle, marked by the use of bayonets, musket stocks, hatchets, and bare hands, as well as cannons. And I happen to have with me a cannonball from the battlefield of Franklin. If you ever visit Waco Masonic Lodge, you'll see this on my desk there, as well as about 10 others of varying sizes. I've been collecting them over the years, starting with one when I was about 8 years old. Later on, survivors described the scene of the battle as confusing because smoke filled the air so that one could not even see 5 feet in front of themselves. For aiming to shoot, they just aimed at bursts of light they could see through the smoke and hoped it was an enemy. Pretty crazy scene. Let's see.
And it looks, brother, I'm hoping everyone else can see, but your image is frozen on mine. We can still hear you well, but we didn't get to see the cannonball.
Oh, you didn't? What have
Bummer.
I done here? Am I back?
Still frozen at the moment. Oh, there we are. There we are. Hey, sweet.
Well, here's the cannonball. Pretty good size. It's about 3.5 inches in diameter.
Not something you'd want to get hit with.
No, I'm not. And sure enough, right after Brother Granberry gave that rousing speech, he ran forward with his men and he had a cannonball hit him right in the head. Some accounts say that it took off the top of his skull. Other accounts say that it was a smaller grape shot size and it went right through one of his eyes. His hands went to his face. Either way, he fell to his knees and died upon the spot. So last year on a drive from Ohio, I visited the battlefield of Franklin where I'd been getting these cannonballs for the last 2 decades. And I also got an acorn and a pine cone from a tree that is closest to the spot where he is thought to have died. And that's also on display at the lodge now. And the reason all of these things are on display at Waco Lodge is because he was the sitting senior warden about to be worshipful master at the time of his death for Waco Lodge. So yeah, it's a special item with a special attachment to the lodge. And who knows, maybe this was the one that did the deed. I don't know. This could have been the cannonball that
very well could have been. That's awesome, man. Not too many people can say they've got an item quite like that in their collection. That's rare, man. Very, very cool.
Yeah, I try to collect weird stuff. Also in my office there at the lodge, you'll see a bat skeleton, all kinds of strange things.
Hey, we've got Brother Yeti joining in. Hey, man, I've really been enjoying watching those pins you're making. Pretty sweet stuff.
I've got a couple of those pins. Maybe I should show those on one of these toasts.
Yeah, you really should, man. He puts in some really good quality work on those. It's pretty impressive to see. I really enjoy getting
Absolutely.
to see the back behind the scenes pics when he shows the ones where he's kind of like making it in the process. That's awesome.
Yeah, the process looks pretty cool. He made me one. I do calligraphy. I don't know if you've seen the diplomas I give to Master Masons at my lodge, but he made me a fountain pen out of acacia and copper. And that's what I use to make those diplomas.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. Very cool. And it's little touches like that people don't think about. But from the fact of the custom made diploma, using a pen that was made with care by another brother and putting all that together, that's just that experience that we all want. And, it goes unthought of for so many.
I agree. Little touches like that can improve a degree. It can improve a general lodge experience.
Very true.
Just makes it all a little better.
Well, hey, it looks like we are at 9:00 on the dot. Brother Robert, right. You want to give us the toast this evening?
Sure, I'll give the toast.
Fantastic.
Brethren, if you're out there listening, and ladies, I know Yvette's watching, raise your glasses. And we remember the brethren who have departed to the Celestial Lodge, as well as those absent brethren who are not able to join us here at this moment. To the departed brethren.
To the departed brethren. Cheers. Fantastic, man. I really enjoyed having a chance to do these nightly. It's not always easy to break away from the day and make these happen, but I think it's been pretty powerful and we've gotten pretty good response from it. So I hope all of you guys are enjoying taking 15 so minutes out of your evening and joining us for this. We definitely enjoy having that opportunity to be with you through this. And as always, keep in mind, we're going to try to keep doing this as much as we can throughout this time. The goal is every night. So we're going to keep this up from 8:45 to 9, starting off with a little bit of history, then ending with that traditional toast. And like Brother Robert mentioned, this isn't just for Masons alone, but as the Grand Lodge of England put it out there, this is to bring everybody together. We're all in this together. And this is an opportunity for us to shine with a little bit of masonry behind that, while, bringing together the unity of one another. Robert showing off that awesome shirt he's got. So
those were very nice and beautiful words you were saying. I feel bad for.
No, you're good, man. Yeah. Well, everybody, we appreciate it. Check back with us tomorrow, 8:45, and we will see you then. Until then, stay safe. Don't go crazy. I know people are still out there doing parties and everything else. Hey guys, let's get this over with so we can get back to normal life. With that, cheers. Be safe.
Cheers.
See you tomorrow. See everybody.